Well, welcome to the Week in Review for Module 3, Week 3. Hey, I hope everybody took some time over the weekend with Labor Day weekend and had a nice time, able to recharge your batteries, brought some hot dogs, whatever you need to do to relax and de-stress. I hope that you did do it to recharge your batteries and that you had a safe holiday weekend. Also, this week, I know things are a little heavy for you. I did take off the discussion assignment for Week 3, Module 3, so you don't need to worry about that one. Hopefully that will reduce a little bit of the stress. But for the most part, I think all of you are doing a really fantastic job. Quiz grades are coming in pretty strong. I think that you've got a handle on how to do that. So things are looking pretty good. In regards to grading, I think all of the grades are caught up on my end. Please go to the grade book and check, make sure I have all your grades in. I will say there's one asterisk to that is the outlines. I probably will not have the outlines graded until towards the end of this week. So be patient with me on that one. Everything else should be in though. Looking at my notes here again for this week, you should have a little surprise in your email. And that is what's called a Doodle invite. And Doodle is a scheduler that I use. And it seems to be pretty good way to work that. And the scheduling is for the one-on-one virtual meetings that we're going to have. Since all of you are new to this program, just a little bit about these one-on-ones. We have them in all of your professional core classes. And by professional core, I mean anything with an RAD in front of it. We have the one-on-one meetings. I think it's very important that we have these. The reason we do it is strictly for your success. What we have found over the years is that it is possible for a student to maybe not communicate with us. And if they're in week 7 or 8 and are struggling or have some major questions or problems, by week 7 or 8, it can be too late. So we've come up with a mechanism, and it's this one-on-one meeting. You know, we're going to talk on the phone primarily. We can also use other things, Google Hangout or Skype or Apple FaceTime. We can use some of those other methods to communicate, but we feel it's very important to have a synchronous kind of live conversation. It doesn't need to be long, maybe 5 minutes. But if it needs to be a little bit longer, maybe you're having some difficulties or some stress, we want to talk about that. So we found this has been very important, and we don't mean to have a inconvenience to you as far as your scheduling. And that's why when you notice on your Doodle invite, I have a broad array of times that you can select to do this. And again, about 5 to 10 minutes of talk time that we would need to do. We can take up to 30 if you wish, but again, plan on at least a minimum of 5 to 10 minutes as we just kind of go how you're doing through the class. And maybe we'll talk about your project, your final project, the topic paper that you're writing, and seeing how you're doing with that. So look for your email, your Doodle email, click on it, and schedule your time. Let me take a quick second here and show you what that Doodle email is going to look like. So I'm going to bring up the screen here, and we're going to take a look at your Doodle email. And there's one thing I want to draw your attention to. No, actually two things. The email should look somewhat like this. And what you'll get, again, you'll have a whole selection of times. And what you'll want to do is click this section that shows all 70 options. There are 70 time slots you got to choose from. So open that up, and this little accordion here will expand, and you'll be able to see all the options for the week. What if nothing works for you? Email me. I'm happy to work around it. Maybe we can do it the following week or at some other unusual time. Again, pick something that's convenient for you. I know a lot of you work first shift, second shift. We've got some third shifters out there, and we want to make it convenient for you. So if you don't see something you like, let me know, and I'll find something that where we can sit down and have a phone conversation for 10 minutes. On here also, what I would like you to try to do, this will be the first time that I've done this part, is, let me scroll down here. I'm going to have to scrunch this up a little bit, is a comment section. if you can, and you're willing to, I'd like you to put in that comment section your preferred mode of contact. And for the majority of folks, it's phone. So you just simply write phone and your phone number, so I know which number that's convenient for you. I'll already know what time you selected because that will show up on the Doodle scheduler. Now, if you have some privacy concerns, I understand that. That's okay. Then just email me your preferred mode of contact. But this might be a great way for me to keep everybody organized on one page and how you like to be contacted, because I call you, so it's kind of nice to have everything organized there. So if you could do that, that would be awesome. We'll give that a try this semester. I have used Doodle in the past, but I didn't use the comment section, so that would greatly help me. But again, privacy concerns, not an issue. Just go ahead and email me your telephone number or how you want to be contacted. The other thing, let's see, well, we did show that you want to click on that Show 70 Options, so I think we've gone over that. It's pretty self-explanatory. If you have any problems with Doodle, again, email me, contact me, let me know, and we will get you all scheduled up. Okay, so let's see here. We've gone over the outlines, Doodle. The other thing that's going on this week is your Move Note presentations. All you need to do for your Move Note presentation is on a Word document, cut and paste that Move Note link. So when you're done producing your Move Note, it'll give you a link. Just slap it in there so I can access that link, and then we will start feeding out those links to the class, because we're going to watch your presentations for the remainder of this course. So please put that in there. That's all you'll need to do for that. I haven't heard any feedback so far. You've been very quiet about the Move Note. So I don't know if any of you have tried to play with it or whether it's just sailing smooth for you on a technical basis. But, let me know. Last semester we ran it. Only a couple little hiccups, but students were able to figure it out with Move Note and had no problems. So let me know if you are incurring any issues. And then lastly on here, as more of a, kind of a broader perspective of the course, I will say that week 3 is pretty much kind of the hump week. After this, you'll notice that it will get easier. You have your Move Note is done. The harder chapters, the modules where you've had double chapters are done, because we've had to double up twice. This week is the neck and spine, and then we also had another week where there was the introduction part. We talked about various imaging, cross-sectional imaging in Chapter 1, and then we went right into the cranium, Chapter 2. So I know those were some tough chapters, because you have, again, a lot of reading, a lot of images to look at. That is done. It's all single chapters all the way through. So it should be very manageable for you from this point, or I should say more manageable from this point going forward. And let's see, other than that, that's pretty much all we have for this week. Again, thank you for using the virtual office. I think that's working out great. But again, I think you all know by now how to contact me should you have any questions. So again, I want to thank everybody for watching, and we'll see you next week.